Welcome, guys, to the first official episode of How to. No, that's not the name. That's not the name. Journey to Building a Gaming PC by yours truly, Joseph. And I'm going to teach you how to buy a power supply, how to buy a graphics card, or where to look for everything, basically. Alright, number one, where do you look? Well, there's four main sites that I go to where you can buy the best deals on the internet for all computer parts. Like, I have yet to find a place where I can find any parts better than these four websites. Number one, Newegg. Regardless of if you buy the product or not from Newegg, you want to look at Newegg. The number one reason is Newegg is a great place to scout computer supplies. It's a computer supplies website, so basically all the computer gurus and all the computer geeks go to that site and review the product. So if you're looking at a product and you don't really see too many reviews on it, check Newegg and they'll have most likely an abundance of reviews. And if they don't, that means people don't usually touch it, so you should probably stay away. Newegg is a great place to scout, and it also has great deals, including weekend deals. So definitely look at parts on Newegg because they definitely have some really good sales. Number two, Amazon. Amazon is a great place to buy new and used products, mainly used. I'll get into buying used products in a little bit later, but they have some killer deals. I've bought all my parts so far from Amazon, and I've gotten 10, 20, sometimes even $30 off on these parts. It's a steal. Also, another place really close like Amazon is eBay. Now, eBay is a more personal type site where eBay doesn't really fulfill the products. But the prices are looking pretty good on eBay. I'm probably going to buy something for this build eventually on eBay. Now we're at the end because they have some really good deals. And sometimes I'll get into used products later. That was so weird. Why did I do that? Lastly, Tiger Direct. They're really big on rebates and they have some really good sales. So if you don't find what you want on the first three sites, then check Tiger Direct and you might stumble across a really cool deal. Alright, now, the thing about buying used products that I've been talking about this whole video. Okay, used products are something that I'm sure computer first-timers probably stray away from. But me, being an online connoisseur, I know that used products aren't as bad as people say they are. Sometimes people buy new things, open the box, don't even use the product, seal it back up, and they call it used. So on Amazon, when it says used like new, or on eBay it says used like new or refurbished, those products are probably pretty good. Now sometimes they'll say used for a month, used for like a week or so. That's a little bit on the different side because they probably package it up for a reason. But if they say used like new, only used once, something like that, take a look at it because it may be worth buying if it's $30, $20 cheaper. So there you go, guys. That's where to buy your products. Oh yeah, one more thing. The power supply and the graphics card. Like that was the whole point of the video, right? Anyway, to buy a power supply, my best suggestion to you is to go on Newegg and calculate your wattage. Basically, you put in all of your main components and it'll tell you a roughly estimate about how many watts you need. Like I said, I got a 630 watt power supply, but I used the calculator and it said I probably only need about 500 to 550. Like that 630 is a safe place to get, but like you don't really need a big power supply. Just make sure it's not a generic, cheap, kind of skimpy power supply, because two things: you don't want it to make a lot of noises when you're playing your high-end games. You don't want it crying all over the place with the fan. And two, you don't want it frying with a little bit of stress put on it. So make sure you get like an 80+ certified power supply or something like that. That'll guarantee you a long-lasting, clean source of energy. For graphics card, you're going to have to do a little bit of research on your own for what you want. I know that I wanted a pretty decent graphics card that could handle really high settings, just in case I wanted to do a Let's Play. Let's Play's coming soon, or something like that. So basically, I stuck with the 7850. It's a great graphics card for the price range. If you want to go a little bit lower, you're gonna have to look a little bit lower. If you want to go higher, You gotta look a bit higher. But a good website I found is to go to Tom's Hardware, and they will suggest to you the best graphics card for certain price ranges. And they constantly update it. So if you're looking for a graphics card, Tom's Hardware. Well, guys, that wraps up the first video. Hopefully you've bought your power supply and your graphics card like me. Actually, that's kind of a weird combo of things to buy, but whatever. If you're following, or if you have suggestions, or you have tips, or you have questions, comment below and I will be glad to answer them. I hope you enjoyed this first video. Didn't make any jokes. Poop. Hopefully that lined up everything. And if you haven't seen the introductory video, go check it out. In the description, I will leave my entire build that I plan on getting, and so you guys can buy the parts or look at the stuff I want to get in case you want to copy me. Alright guys, stay valiant. I'll see you guys when my graphics card and power supply come in.